Here, motoring organisations have expressed their shock after an official study found that drivers are not being ripped off at the pumps. An investigation by the Office of Fair Trading has found that competition in the fuel market is working well. But the OFT did say that much of the increase in prices over the last decade was down to government taxes. Our business correspondent Emma Simpson has the story.
No matter how much we hate doing this, the message from the OFT is that we aren't being ripped off. It found that competition overall is working well. It had no evidence of anti-competitive practices. But motorists still need some convincing.
It's more expensive now than it ever was. It's getting ridiculous.
They go up quick enough, but they never ever come down. Well, if they do, yeah, a month later.
But the OFT found no proof that retailers were profiteering. Neither did they think supermarkets were forcing smaller independent retailers out of business through aggressive pricing.
We found that generally the market is working competitively, and if you look at UK prices pre-tax, we actually have amongst the lowest prices in Europe. And the reason for the increases that we've seen in recent years is primarily the increase in the cost of crude oil and increases in tax.
And here's the breakdown on a litre of petrol priced at £1.36. First, the margins, representing the costs and profits for refiners, distributors and retailers. Then there's the cost of the crude oil itself. But the biggest cost is in taxes, VAT and duty. The government says it's been helping motorists by freezing fuel duty. Motoring campaigners said the inquiry was a missed opportunity.
This is a bit of a whitewash because the OFT have said there's no problem with prices rising like a rocket and falling like a feather. They've looked at it for 6 weeks, we've looked at it for 6 years. What we need is more transparency.
So how can we reduce our bills? The obvious advice from the OFT: shop around.
When it comes to filling up, the price you pay at the pump can depend very much on where you live. Here in Newbury, at this forecourt, it's £1.37 or thereabouts for unleaded. But is there a better deal to be had? Well, just a few miles down the road here in Reading, unleaded is selling for just under £1.33 a litre. So why the difference? Well, it's often down to the local competition and what the supermarkets are selling it for. Here, it's 6 pence a litre cheaper than back in Newbury.
The OFT did raise concerns about higher prices at motorway service stations. It's calling for new road signs so that drivers can see the charges before they pull in. It's put the brakes on any further action for now, just as motorists are being warned to brace themselves for higher prices at the pumps. Emma Simpson, BBC News.
The Syrian government